What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Alter Bridge. Yes, indeed, Alter Bridge fans feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bobbidi-bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Johnny Adamani, and Johnny wanted to see me react to this song by Alter Bridge called Last of Our Kind.
Beta male got it, but for the sake of the Saiyan race, he has my blessings to bed Princess Trunks.
Excuse you?
Shut up, boy, think of the bloodline.
Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I've heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Rock Kings, okay? And the video has 18,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Alter Bridge, Last of Our Kind, bonus track. So, was this not originally included on the original release and they added it on like as a remaster? Or bonus tracks are always kind of weird. Sometimes they fit, sometimes they don't. I don't know. I don't know what the story is there, but I'm sure people in the comments will let me know. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
I like the guitar riff.
Just beyond the door.
I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I don't know if I'm gonna go as far as to say it's my favorite Alter Bridge song, but it's nice. It's definitely nice. Got a lot of good things happening for it. First of all, from a rhythmic standpoint, I like what's happening. That constant down, 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 do 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 do, down, 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 do 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 do, down, down. But always coming back to that ba 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 ba. Always coming back to that that dotted quarter. I like it. I like it. Was a dotted eighth. No, I'm sorry. My apologies. Not dotted quarter, dotted eighth. My apologies. We're in the halftime field. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So dotted eighth. My apologies. But always coming back to those accents to reaffirm and reestablish that feel. I really like that. It's constant. It's not just, a fading fad that comes in, makes an appearance just a couple of times and then disappears for the rest of the phrase. No, it's always there. It's always reminding you of what the song's all about. Vocally, I like that approach. I don't think that was the chorus. I think it was on the pre-chorus where you had the call and response happening. And then after doing the call and response twice, they would come together and harmonize. Always with that major resolution against the minor. Very pleasing to the ear. Really like that part. The chorus, a nice chordal progression. Starting, because we're in B, starting on the E, starting on the 4, going up to the G, which is the 6, and then resolving to the root, which is back to the B again. We stay on that B for a while, go back up to the E, back up to the G, and then down to the root again. I like it. I like that 4-6 root progression. Very nice. Again, very pleasing to the ear. And not being rhetorical, not being the same old progression that a lot of bands rely on. A lot of bands will find a formula of what works for them. And don't get me wrong, Alter Bridge has definitely done that, but they're not afraid to break away and try other things that they know work. It's not like they're experimenting with something that's never been done before. No, other bands have done this. Other bands have used that 4-6 root progression. It's not uncommon. It's just, it's not typically used very often. So I'm glad to see that they are making it work for them here. I got no issues with anything I've heard so far. I've liked everything I've heard so far. So let's keep going and let's see how this goes. Little change. Won't give up without a fight. But the pain, it never fades. It overtakes. Won't beg for mercy, but we can't. It's not too late. We'll find a way beyond this phase, and we will fight forever. I like how they put the third underneath. That's nice. Down to the root. We pay the price, the last in line to fall. As the symphony plays on. You have a guitar solo? Ooh. There can be no compromise when you know it's wrong. 'Cause in the end, the sacrifice was worthless all along. Riding on that China. wait a minute. I gotta hear those accents again. No, I don't care. Hey, it's my show. If I want to go back, we're gonna go back. I want to hear those accents again. How they finished out that guitar solo. That was a strong, profound ending. I mean, there was no doubt that it was like, okay, this section's over. We're moving on. Whether you want us to or not, these accents are gonna make it impossible to continue on with what we were doing. No, we gotta move on.
I like it!
One more. Let's be able to do it. Yeah. Back to the chorus. Second guitar solo? Okay. Let's see how they end it. Are they gonna end with a guitar solo? Downbeat, ba-bam. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, E. Downbeat to finish. I like that. Strong ending. I'm not gonna lie, I was getting a little worried about that guitar solo at the end. It was getting a little close, but they faded it just in time to give it a chance to let the song end on its own without needing a solo to end it out for them. That was nice. That was nice. Honestly, there's not a lot to talk about that I didn't talk about during the course of the reaction. So I'm going to hit some bullet points, and we're going to make this probably a short review. Then again, you know me, that doesn't always happen, does it? No, it does not. So we'll see. We'll see. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Alter Bridge with Last of Our Kind. This was a request from Johnny Adamani. Okay, like I said when I was wrapping things up, there's not a lot to talk about that I didn't talk about during the actual reaction. So I'm gonna hit some bullet points, and we're gonna try to keep this short and sweet, but then again, you know me, and that doesn't always happen. So sometimes I go off on a tangent or I go off on a rant. The next thing you know, we're here for 10 minutes. So I'm going to try. I promise you I will do my best, okay? Let's start off with the score here. On a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give that a 7.8. Yep, 7.8. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, 7.8. What does that mean? Well, a 7.8 would translate to a really good scale rating, so I think overall, I think this was a really good song. It would get 4 out of 5 stars and a B+ letter grade. So there you go, a 7.8, really good scale rating, 4 out of 5 stars and a B+ letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? Haha, so glad you asked. Okay, am I gonna sit here and say this is the greatest song that Alter Bridge has ever written? No, I'm not gonna say that. There are other songs that Alter Bridge have written that I personally have found to be more impressive and more enjoyable to listen to. Having said that, this is a fine listen. The whole bonus track thing, I do not understand that. I don't know why this didn't make the original cut. Maybe that was just a decision by the record label. Maybe that was a decision by, You know, the band, I don't know. I'm glad this was added on as a bonus track. I don't understand why bonus track, but it should have just been a regular track. It had everything going for it. It had a nice solid groove. I had no issue with anything that was happening within the groove of the song. A nice steady tempo. The accents, the subdivision work with those accents, that dotted eighth pattern, that don't, just constantly hammering home that constant rhythmic feel. You could absolutely set your watch to it. You knew it was coming. You could feel it coming every single time. Anticipatable, because it established itself. You'd have to sit there and guess and go, I wonder what's going to happen now. I wonder what the next subdivision. No, you knew it because in the first verse they did it every single time. So you could bank on it. And every time they came back to the verse, guess what? You could bank on it. They did a really good job establishing that. My favorite part of the song, this is going to be weird, the pre-chorus. I loved the pre-chorus. I didn't just like it, I loved it. I loved what was happening within the rhythmic pattern, but more importantly, and don't get me wrong, that everything that was happening instrumentally with the chordal progression, it sounded just fine. The vocal work, between using that call and response, panning hard left or hard right, with a little bit of a fade on the response, I like that. And then coming in and harmonizing. And here's the important thing though, not just harmonizing, but harmonizing in a major harmonization over the minor chordal progression. I've always been a big fan of that. I've always enjoyed it when bands do that. It's very, very pleasing to the ear. At least for me it is. I really like that. And I like the creativity that they did doing it with the call and response, harmonize. But then the next time around on the pre-chorus, call and response, harmonize. With the third, the major third, instead of being on top of the root, being underneath an inverted third. I really liked that. I think that sounded fantastic. I know most people are gonna say the chorus is the hook. And listen, I see their point of view. I do, and I'm not gonna argue it. I do believe, in general, I believe the chorus is the hook. I see it. That chordal progression from the 4 to the 6, down to the root. Very pleasing to the ear, especially with what's happening vocally on top. Again, very pleasing to the ear. I get it. I am not disputing it. I will even go on record and say the chorus is the hook. For me personally, though, the pre-chorus is the hook. I'm sorry. That's what hooked me, man. I could see the appeal, though, of the chorus, and I'm not going to argue it. I'm not going to dispute it. For the masses, for the general population, yes, I absolutely agree. Chorus is the hook for this song. The guitar solo work. We had 2 guitar solos, one in the middle, one at the end. The one in the middle I had no issue with. I thought it was just fine. I think the guitar solo at the ending, though, was more interesting. Number one, having a guitar solo coming at the end, it's risky. I know there's a lot of bands that have done this in the past where they'll end the song with a guitar solo, usually pulling a linear fade. And I've never been excited by that. I just don't understand how people can get excited over a linear fade. You know, you start to hear it fade out. Like, you hear this guitar solo and it's ripping and it's shredding and everything's going along smooth. And then here comes this linear fade. And it's like, how can you possibly get excited over that? That's not a very strong ending. You know what I mean? And let's be honest, Alter Bridge are known for strong endings. So when I heard that guitar solo coming, I'm not gonna lie, folks, I thought it was interesting, but part of me, I felt this feeling of dread come into my body. I was like, oh no, come on, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't solo through to the end with a linear fade. Luckily, that is not at all what happened. Guitar solo cut out about 15 to 20 seconds from the ending point. It started about a minute in. A minute from the ending is where it kicked in, and it soloed for about 30 to 40 seconds. And then it faded itself out while we went back to the initial main riff to finish it out with those dotted 8s.
I love it. I love everything about it.
I was like, yes, yes, yes.
Yes! Yes! Jesus H. Goddamn Christ!
Thank you. Thank you for not pulling the linear fade. Thank you for not taking the chicken way out. I just, oh God. You would not believe the sigh of relief that I had. Come on. I felt like 1,000 pounds got lifted off my shoulders. I was like, oh, thank God. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, cool. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be okay. No, the ending was very strong. I had no issue with the ending whatsoever. Overall, really nice job. Instrumentation sounded just fine. Guitar playing sounded really nice. I could hear the bass clear as day. The drumming did a great job establishing the groove, keeping the groove going the entire time, really helping out with those accents. I loved it in that guitar solo in the first section with he was just riding on the crash. He was just, not the crash, it wasn't even a crash, it was a China. And you could just hear it just, chan, 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 chan. I was like, man, talk about driving the song forward. That's a great way to do it. And vocally, yes, everything I heard in the vocals, I enjoyed. There wasn't one thing that happened within the vocals that made me cringe or overdid it or anything like that. Nope, very tempered on this song. So yeah, really nice job overall. And I have absolutely no problem giving the song the really good score of 7.8. I feel good with that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.8, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.